Okay. 1 second. Where is my keyboard? I can't be doing this. Hold on. We gotta set this program up. Hold up. Where the hell is my keyboard? Okay, here we go. Gotta get the show on the road, man. Haven't been doing this in a while. Okay, boom, back at it. Again. One more time. Again. 1 second, let me set myself up. It's been a hot minute. I'm back with whatsoever. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. I'm just getting my stuff together. Hold on. Let me get this. Get the music in the background. Cozy music. Let's go with, let's put that down to 5. Get some, what we have here? Can I rock with this music right here? That sounds very peaceful. And it's a great day. Oh, no. That's gonna kill my focus. No. No, that's gonna kill my focus. We need something. Autumn changes. What we have here? Can we rock with this? I think this is. I think I can rock with that. That's kind of calm. Actually, that's a little bit. Maybe we need something. That's too. I can rock like this. Yeah. I can rock like this. This is more into it. Okay, let's see what the boards have to say. What we got going on here? We got TikTok. We got IG up in here. I'm gonna definitely behave myself. And why is this thing even popping up? This Q&A thing. I don't even know why a Q&A number is even popping up. I don't even have that number anymore. My boy said, you know what I'm saying? My boy said that. You know what I'm saying? My sick. Okay, so listen. Where's my YouTube audience? My YouTube audience, can y'all hear me? Y'all should be able to hear me because my mic should be good. Can y'all hear me? Okay, my mic should be good. That's very good, very good. I had to do my mic check. Hello. I'm back, you know what I'm saying? It's been a hot minute. I've been working so much, man. This I'm gonna tell you, this music stuff it's been something else, man. 1 second. So what we talking about today? You know, we got an open Q&A here. You know, for me, I'm here to answer your guys' questions today. We're gonna be talking about witchcraft as usual. Okay, where we at? Bad moments. Okay, this is like thinking music. The diabolical laugh. I can't help it. It's the Haitian in me. You know what I'm saying? One thing you'll realize about Haitian people is that we laugh in all scenarios. It could be, you know what I'm saying, we about to meet our maker. We could be at our last leg, and we still laughing. That's just the Haitian in us, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not the first to do it, you know what I'm saying, to laugh. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother, I think I got it from my grandmother, because my grandmother the type of person, you know what I'm saying, an individual could be suffering, you know what I'm saying, and she'd be there laughing. See, I think the good part of me I inherited from my father. You know what I'm saying? I think from my father's side, I'm gonna be honest with you. The loving side, the social person, I get that from my father's side. My father's side, they're no nonsense, but they were kind, loving people, and they had a lot of comedy with them. You know what I'm saying? My dad's side of the family, I'm gonna put it like this. Elmira, that's like the comedic side. You know what I'm saying? They make people laugh. You know what I'm saying? We're spontaneous, our energy, everybody loves our energy. But my mom's side, that's like bitter. That's like bitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna tell you that bitterness. See, when I be talking about Haitian Dominican bullshit, you know what I'm saying? That bitter side, I'm gonna attribute that to my mother's side. You know what I'm saying? Like my mother's side, that's where you get all the bitter shit from. When you be seeing that side, I'm just saying, my mother's side, that's a bitter side of the family, man. That's bitter. You talk about bitter, you know what I'm saying? A bleak view of the world. Oh nah, man, that's my mom's side. My dad's side is very optimistic. You know what I'm saying? That's where I get that from. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Oh, like I said, Haitians have a dark sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. People be taking offense to the things I be saying. That's just Haitian culture in general. A lot of things I be saying is nothing more. That's the thing that most Haitians be saying. But the Haitian Americans, they're very soft. So a Haitian American audience can be very, like I say, they can be very sensitive. I'm one of them old school Haitians that came up in that old Duvalier strict upbringing. So a lot of the new school Haitians, they don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? We have a cultural clash. So when I be saying the stuff that I be saying, they be making people, they get in their feelings, they get all butthurt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Story of your life, brother. Yeah, that's how it is. You know it. You know what I'm saying? You know it. Yeah, old school. See, I'm a bit nicer. You see, I'm a bit nicer. See, the thing is, the generation before me, that was painful. You know what I'm saying? My mom's generation, my dad's generation, that was painful. You know what I'm saying? They can't. My grandmother's generation of Haitians, man, that was like, man, my grandmother, my grandfather generation, you talking about tough, stern, no nonsense. Yeah, that was a tough generation. See, my mom, I think each generation gets softer and softer and softer and softer and softer, right? You know what I'm saying? My grandmother's generation was tough. Then what happened? My mother's generation came in. There's a little bit understanding. You know what I'm saying? They were a little bit understanding. But still tough. But a bit understanding. And then my generation came in. My generation is understanding as well. We have stepped down from my mom and dad's generation. We're more like, let's say, eclectic with it. But we still got that stern, no-nonsense mentality from the previous generation. Now, this generation after me, I don't know what the fuck these guys is on. Because I don't even think these guys even Haitian anymore. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about the Haitian today, you're saying of this generation after my generation, they call me a boomer or something like that. But I don't know, Gen Z, I don't know what they call these guys. What do they call these guys, generation after mine, Gen Z? I don't even know if I can even call these guys Haitian. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the stuff that they do, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. They're illiterate. They're very disrespectful. I don't know what to call these guys. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. That generation is, it's a far cry. Yep, I used to deal with like the grandma Haitian. She was something. I'm telling you, the grandma Haitians, they can be very bitter. Okay, let me see what they say here. My question, do you think who is not Haitian can learn authentication Vodou? Okay, very good question. Very good statement. Let me tell you this. You know what? Let me tell you this. All right. See, listen. Listen, somebody asked me if someone that's not Haitian can practice Haitian Vodou, right? See, I'm going to try to say this and not be rude by any means, right? See, it's going to be, listen, if you're black, that's a plus, right? Let me just tell you this. Let me just play this. If your skin is dark brown skin, you're dark skin, it's going to be easy for you to kind of be accepted easily, right? The lighter your skin, the more difficult it's going to be for you to be accepted. I'm being honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't know about the generation today, right? These new guys, listen, these new guys, especially like the guys in Miami, those guys that's in their mid-20s, late 20s and stuff like that, their way of doing things, listen, I'm just saying, I can only speak from my experience. You know what I'm saying? I can speak from my experience, right? My generation, right? If you wasn't black, there's no Vodou for you, my friend. You're saying black meaning you can be black Brazilian, black, you know what I'm saying, black, you know, African American, black, you know what I'm saying, that's just what it was. Black Dominican, if your skin is dark, if you're dark skinned, it'll be easy for you to be accepted for a person to bring you in. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest with you. See, spirituality is gonna be spirituality. But when you're talking about organized religion, there's going to be humans, you know, humans in play in that, right? Humans, they're going to say, well, you know what? I don't want to serve you. I don't want to basically do business with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way it is. You got to understand politics, right? There's politics in Vodou, right? See, let me tell you something. See, I come from, listen, I'm going to be honest with you, right? I'm going to be honest with you. Years ago, right? There was a family member. I was joking around, right? And I told him that I was going to bring white people or something like that, étranger, to come do whatever, come see the ceremony. What? I'm just being honest with you. This is the Haitian background I come from. That person told me it's an abomination. Don't you ever do that in your life. He said that's the worst thing you can ever do is to bring white people into this yard. See, this is what I'm saying. I come from a different place in Vodou. See, a lot of, you know, people that come from the old school, they understand that. It's like an unwritten rule. So, when it comes to Vodou, today is different. I mean, it really boils down to where you're at and who you know. You know what I'm saying? Because some people are going to be like, you know, listen, years ago, there was a mulatto black woman, right? She's African American, but she was like a mulatto, right? You know, everybody, it's crazy. I don't know how you can mistake her for being a white woman, right? But she went to a Vodou community because she's supposed to go through Consul, right? And that Consul in Haitian Creole means initiation, right? That's like initiation term for us. So she goes to this location in Haiti. Now I'm like, what the fuck are you even doing going to Haiti like that and you don't even know nobody? So I went down there, you know, say check on her whatsoever, you know what I'm saying, to make sure everything was straight, right? So listen, when she went over there, the Vodou priestess who invited her, she had problems with people in the community because the people in the community like, what the fuck are you doing bringing this white woman here? It was like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna actually even share this. There was a Vodou priest, a black man that walked up to her, stomped on her foot, and broke her foot. You know what I'm saying? Because she brought a white woman to that community. Now, it wasn't until when they washed the woman's hair that her hair became frizzy and kinky that people realized, oh, this is a black woman. You know what I'm saying? See, you know, the one drop rule even applies over there. If they see, it's like, if your hair is, let me take that back. If your hair is kinky, anything that gives us a sign that you're one of us, to certain people, it's like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? We can bring you in. Now listen, that's not to say indigenous peoples, you know, don't have a place in Vodou according to the politics. Because listen, we don't have, it's like this. You got to understand, human beings are going to be like this. If we got beef with you, we not fucking with you. Like some Haitians may feel like I said, this may sound like a contradiction, but some Haitians may feel like, I'm not fucking with no Dominican. I'm not going to show you this because you may turn around and become more powerful than me, or you may try to use it against me. But that's just the politics. See, in spirituality, there's none of that. When you're dealing with spirit, there's no human politics. If the spirit fuck with you, the spirit fuck with you. Now, humans can make all their rationalizations of what is not and what is this, what is that. That's what I'm saying. For me, I don't get into religion. You know what I'm saying? I don't get into the religion stuff anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect certain codes, certain rules and regulations. But as far as, you know, me following orders and religion and this and that, I don't follow none of that. And I've never been a person to follow rules in Vodou. Like, for me, listen, I communicate directly with the spirit. I don't need anyone in between that telling me how to run my program. You know what I'm saying? C'est comme ça bagay yo, yeah. So let me see what we got going on. Man, well, let's see what we got. Man, I'm so sorry, man. There's a lot of people here. Oh, whoa, oh, shit. I missed there's a lot of people commenting. Oh, my God. One second. Okay, all right. Okay, listen. Okay, this is very interesting, yo. I'm giving y'all some heavy duty information. I know this stuff may be shocking to you, right? Let me look at these comments here. Hold on. Oh my God. I know I got a lot of people on fire right now in the comments. I said, inflammatory statements. Hold on one second. Leonard, good afternoon. I have a question. How to shift mindset to train positive? Okay, 1 second. I fight negative mindset. Let's see. From Boston, what up? We got Dominicanos up in here. What up, my Dominicans? Okay, having God highest form of protection, physical protection. I got a couple of things I'm looking at. Is having a God highest form. I'm going to get to that. How about Q's white skin? All right. It's up to God. Okay. But like I said, here goes. Listen, you got to understand Vodou and spirituality, right? Vodou is a religion, right? It's a religion created by men. There is techniques to deal with spirit. See, when you go into the route of dealing with human beings, you're going to find human beings making up shit as they go. Like one moment they say, oh, you can't do this because you got to do it this way. Or you got to go. Listen, human beings can create a religion. Human beings, when they create religion, they create it with their own, with their own benefits to gain from it, right? Vodou, there's certain things they'll tell you just so that it's profitable for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm being honest with you. And the thing is there is no set rule in place in Vodou where everybody follows by this. One thing I learned a long time ago was tout le monde sait wala kayo, right? Everyone is a king of their own house. So you may go to this location, it's cool. You may go to another location, you know what I'm saying? It's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody in this tradition, everybody in this culture or tradition, is their own leader. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's following no head, the head leader or something like that. Nobody follows protocols of nobody. You know what I'm saying? But, getting back to some of this stuff, listen. When you say a white Latino, right? Listen. The politics is going to be human made. The spirits, God, energy does not discriminate. You know what I'm saying? There's no, use this person. I'm saying things that are going against what my people would say. My people would say, oh, I'm going to be honest with you. My people, and I'm going to say it, my people will say, you better not bring no white people around. You say, you better not bring no étranger around, because we don't fuck with them. See, for me, I can be respectful and be like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk to them, right? Listen, it's like two ops, right? And I get it. Here it is. It's like two ops, right? You got two people you cool with, but they don't fuck with one another. It's like this. It's like you got two friends, right? Let's just say if you're in the Chicago, the era where Chicago's gangs were beefing, right? Or you can play. You can have a friend that's BD and you have a friend that's GD, right? You're not gonna bring these guys around. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand in certain places in Chicago they do get along, but let's just say if they're two rival sets, you're not gonna bring these people around to chill. It's like you're not gonna bring a Crip around. Like if you got a friend that's a Crip and you got a friend that's a Blood, you're not going to bring them around because that can create conflict, especially if they're from rival neighborhoods. So when it comes down to, white people and, white people and Vodou, I understand that there's going to be some people in Vodou that don't fuck with white people. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter if you're Latino. If your skin is white, niggas is not going to fuck with you. And I know not to bring those people around. So it's like, it is what it is. You can look at it vice versa. I mean, you can say it's discrimination, it's whatever, it's racism. I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And I can understand, because you could be a white person be in the same situation with a black person. Well, but that's a crazy situation. It's crazy analogy, right? It's a crazy analogy. You know what I'm saying? It's a crazy analogy. But I'm not going to go too much into that. But now, listen. Here it goes. This is a crazy thing, right? Because here it goes. This is the crazy thing about this, right? When you think about how this race and this black stuff works, right? I mean, black racism, black discrimination. As a Haitian, sometimes I feel like, damn, I can see things from various points of view, right? I'm going to move into spirituality, spiritual stuff, right? Because listen, this is kind of crazy because somebody just brought this up and somebody bought this 22-year occupation. You know what I'm saying? Here it goes. You know what? 22-year, should I talk about the 22-year occupation? Because somebody brought that up in the comment section. 22-year occupation of Haiti in DR, right? Now, a person may be like, yo, it happened years ago. I mean, think about it. The logic with white people is, black people in America be like, we was in slavery for 400 years. Now, a Dominican can turn around and be like, well, you know what I'm saying? Haiti occupied Dominican Republic for 22 years, and we were subject to harsh. But the thing is, if we come with the logic and be like, well, that happened years ago. I mean, yo, promise. You know what? I'm not going to get to that conversation. Because I'm not even going to fill that conversation up, because that's a whole nother thing right now, and I'm not going to get into that. That's moving away from my shit right now. It's moving away from the point of this live. I'm about to say, some people just bait me into basically saying some shit that'll get me into trouble. I'm not going to say that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to even get into that. But listen, somebody asked me about God, right? They say, is God the highest form of protection? No. God is not the highest form of spiritual protection. The highest form of spiritual protection is having a close relationship with your spirit. That's it. That's the highest form of protection. You know what I'm saying? A guide, amulet, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Listen, these are great. Amulets and things, they're great. But the highest form of protection is when you link with your spirit. Or you have a good connection with your spirit, man. You reached out to me. You reached out to me a couple of years ago for help, and I never responded back. I don't know. If I didn't respond back, hopefully you didn't say anything that pissed me off. Because sometimes, to be honest with you, sometimes when people say certain things that piss me off, I don't respond back to their message. No, I don't remember. Thank you for following me since the Red Rooms. How many that practice voodoo also venerate Santa Muerte? Santa Muerte? I mean, listen, we don't, Vodou, when you talk about Haitian Vodou, that's not a spirit that's in Haitian Vodou. You know what I'm saying? That's like definitely like a Mexican thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we don't have Santa Muerta in Haitian Vodou. Now you may have Mama and Brigitte. You know what I'm saying? That's the closest one. I mean, it is what it is. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. We got a whole bunch of statements here. One second, let me see what we got going on here. Okay, let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Okay, I'm looking at the YouTube comments now. Let's look at the YouTube comments. What does it mean if you got to separation work on people who were only together a month, but they're still together after 4 to 5 months? What does it mean if you got separation work on people who were only together a month, but they are still together after 4 to 5 months? That's a good question. Now, to me, I would assume, I'm going to put that question back up there. I would assume that they were probably together longer than that. I would assume that because, okay, two things. I'm not going to say two things. I would assume that they were probably together longer than you expected, right? Either they initially were messing around or they had some connection before that, before what you thought it was. Number two, or it still needs time. Number three, it could also be that it wasn't done correctly. So you're sitting there waiting in vain. But if it was done correctly, then I would definitely say that they've probably been together longer. And then I'm gonna add a final one too. If you're doing something to separate the new people, or these people, right? What is the advantage for the other person? Is it that the person got more money, or does the person look better? See, for men, it's going to be more money, right? More money. See, the looks is whatever, right? But a woman will prioritize a man with his shit together over an individual or a man who doesn't got his shit together. She'll make him priority, and don't let it be a desperate woman, right? A desperate woman that's on some, oh my God, this guy got money, and she after for the money. Listen, I'm telling you, women like that will take all sorts of, abuse to be with an individual like that. You know what I'm saying? They'll take all types of abuse, and they'll stick in there because it's like, okay, this person got money, it's an opportunity, and they'll stay. They don't care. Now, in another situation, you may find a woman, you may find a man that's like, she had a wife, let's just say his previous girl or wife was out of shape, fat. When she lifted her arms, you saw her, say jelly rolls and her arms shaking like this and stuff like that. Listen, she got stretch marks everywhere, what I'm saying? I'm just saying, she had a kid and her stomach all out of place. So now he meets a new thing, right? Tenderoni. This girl got, she's in shape, she go to the gym, she eat right, she does everything, and listen, an individual like that, he's gonna prioritize somebody like that. Because he's so used to dealing with a female that's out of shape and this and that. Now you got a new tenderoni, slim stomach, slim waist, nice booty, cute face, and in shape. I'm just saying, that man is gonna be like, man, I'm gonna save this. He's gonna be desperate. It depends on how much lust. Listen, depending on how much lust he has in his heart, he's gonna be like, yo,
man, I'm gonna prioritize. I love this woman. He gonna do everything to stay with that woman because he never had something like that. And let's just don't let it be a man who just lucked up on something like that. Don't let it be a man that just lucked up on something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he just lucked up. He's not trying to go back to what he was with. So in a situation like that, it's gonna take longer. Again, if you got a chick that look like a dime piece versus you look like you're kind of older or whatever you done. I'm just saying, that man's gonna do everything he can to stick with that younger woman. You know what I'm saying? That woman that's in shape. He gonna do everything he can. So listen, you got competition on your end. So that's gonna take some time to separate them. What's your opinion on mariage loi? Do you have to involve in religion and aspect? Listen, mariage loi, the marriage of spirits or spirit marrying the loi. I mean, listen, when you get entangled, I mean, it's so much. Human beings create so much stuff, man, that creates a lot of confusion. A person literally thinks that when they put on a ring, listen. That's a concept that's kind of hard to explain because you got to take away the personifications. Human beings put it as, oh, when you wear the ring, now you're married to the woman and stuff like that. That's a human creation to personify when you have linked up with an energy. That's all it is. Don't get the human personification, confused with reality, man. But if you link with a spirit and it's compatible, that's your job. That's on you, man. But getting caught up in you gotta get married and stuff like that. I'm just saying, bro. That's human personification. Yeah. Your yard burying that? No, you got it confused. I said my grandfather did that. He banned Marinette from the yard, not after he died. After he did her final feeding years back. Please discuss how you came to find her in your personal life. Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? But as far as my, that part is concerned, basically, she was banned from the yard. My grandfather banned her from the yard. After he died, that was what it was. But, later on, I end up connecting with that spirit, and that's what it was. From there, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of flack from, a lot of issues from certain family members because of that. But it is what it is. Can you elaborate more on being connected and harmonious with your spirit? Meaning that the spirit is one with you. Like you got that protection from the spirit. They help you to progress in life. Things move accordingly. Things move smoothly. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means to have like a connection with your spirit. When you're making these connections with them, you're doing what you're supposed to do to seal that, arrangement. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. I repeat, I don't want to. All right. Let's move this over here real quick. Yeah. What we got? What we got? Can you speak on Bruja magic? How you remove it? You got to get assistance for that. You know what I'm saying? I can't give you no free game like that. That's taking money out of my pockets. I can't tell you how to do that. You gotta pay for the service, baby. Can I fix the marriage for you? I mean, I need to know what's going on. And listen. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you this. If a man divorces a woman, that is not natural. If a man divorces a woman, I'm not trying to skip over your question. I just got a whole bunch of questions coming in. You got to understand that the line is long, and there's constantly new questions popping up as I'm speaking. So you can put your question down below. I can basically try to go over that for you. So listen, God damn, hold on. But like I was saying, a man divorcing a woman is never natural. If a man divorces you, to me, that says you probably caused him a lot of grief. A man breaking up with a woman and a man divorcing a woman is never natural. If a man breaks up with a woman, most likely the woman was a pain in the ass. Break up or separate, she's a pain in the ass. It's more natural for a woman to leave a man before a man leaves a woman. It's natural. Women leave men all the time. I would bet that women leave men more than women. Excuse me. I need to correct that. I would bet that women leave men more than men leave women. So listen. When I usually hear cases like that, I usually kind of stay away from situations like that because it means that you did all the fucked up things to cause that man to leave. See, now listen. Here goes. If a man leaves a cute woman for a female that steps down, or what people call a downgrade, that means you hurt that man so much that he became desperate for what he was seeking from you. Right? See, I've seen this. Listen, I've seen successful men downgrade to women that were steps below the woman they were with because that woman was peaceful. That woman didn't give that man any type of grief. So when it comes down to doing magic to help a situation like that, I'm gonna be like this. When I hear a situation like that, you need help with your situation. I'm like, that guy, I mean, you must have done a whole lot of shit. And, you pretty much caused that man a lot, so much grief that today, he basically despised the ground you walk on. See, in a situation like that, when you cause a man so much grief like that, it's going to be kind of hard to work that man because you probably put that man through so much stuff and he tried to work it out with you on numerous occasions. On numerous occasions. And now, you probably went to this person here. You probably got bad advice from that person. And then all of a sudden, they made matters even worse. And now you're trying to give it a go after doing so much stupid things. I'm going to say this. Your chance of working something out like that, if you know you've done the most, and that man even got restraining order puts on you, it's basically slim to none. You just need to leave that situation alone. Learn from your mistakes and then move on and be better with the new person. Because you done so much stuff that was wrong. You done showed up at his house. You done made threats against the new woman. You done slashed his tires. You done did everything. And now you want to do a spell to work your situation out. I'm being honest with you. Your chances are very slim to none. Oh, thank you. I'm just giving it as it is. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing about me, man. A lot of people, right? A lot of people make videos about candles and spells. Say, listen, I spit game about witchcraft, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I give you the psychology, how the person's mind works, you know what I'm saying? How they think, you know what I'm saying? I give you the mindset, you know what I'm saying? The mens rea. You know what I'm saying? I give you the mindset, you know what I'm saying? I give you the game. That's what you call game. Having a bunch of candles in front of something and just talk about all this bullshit like, oh, what this candle does, that's minor game. When you talk about game, mindset, how does this affect a person? The psychological strategy of basically getting what you want, obtaining what you want behind the magie, that's what I touch on. I don't just touch on the surface. Because most of these people talk about spells and candles, they don't got no game behind them. You know what I'm saying? These cats are dumbing in a box of rocks. You know what I'm saying? Like you ask them what's their game plan, what's their strategy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you, some of these witches too. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no game whatsoever. You listen to the shit they talk about, you can tell it's a gameless, you know what I'm saying, female that never been nowhere, never had no experience in life at all. But here she go trying to give you know, some knowledge on how to basically obtain what you want. Or how to seduce and reduce a man. Bitch, you ain't never been no I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? Listen. You know what I'm saying? All my choppy daughters, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all girls working in, you know what I'm saying, the hotels, you know what I'm saying? Y'all walk in the lobby. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all on the blade, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of love and respect for y'all, you know what I'm saying? But that's too much for y'all, you know what I'm saying? But don't let a female like that. Don't let a female like that get some witchcraft behind her. You know what I'm saying? You get a female like that with some. Listen, let me stop it. All right, let's see what we got going on here, right? We got a super chat, right? Super chat says, hey Boko, peace to the God. My question is, can you detect a spiritual lady curse and or black magic done on me in a reading? No disrespect, but I've heard some spiritualists can hide work. No, listen. You guys, okay, all right. You know what? Let me help you out here, man. Nobody is going to go into. Listen, this is how I do. This is how I say. When you do work, right? Excuse me. I just play this. When you go into a reading, I would say for me, I like to go into a reading blind. Like, I don't want you to tell me nothing besides a name, and that's it. I don't want to know nothing else. Now, if there is something there, I'll see what I'm going to tell you what I see. But as far as me going up in there like an Inspector Gadget, like I'm with a microscope, soon as you go, let me give you some game right here, man. Soon as you go to a spiritualist, talk about, you say, I want to do a reading to find out if spell work was done on me. Do you not think that person is going to deceive you? Do you not think that person is going to, stiff you? See, when you walk into a place, a spiritual botanica or whatever, you talking like that, you already open yourself up to a motherfucker trying to scam you. You know what I'm saying? Because you already got that poison in you. You know what I'm saying? They're waiting to basically, they're waiting for a person like you. You know what I'm saying? You know what they call that in the street language? A sucker. You know what I'm saying? They're waiting for an individual like you to come up in there talking like that. See, think about it. That's what I'm saying. When I give you all game, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to create, you know what I'm saying, a motherfucker that's greener than the grass on the summer day. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give you education so that you can empower yourself for busters like that. You go in that botanica, that person waiting to seduce and reduce you. You know what I'm saying? They want you to come up in there and talk about you. I'm under spiritual attack. See, the best thing you should do is go up in there with your mouth closed and be like, I just want to read it and check on my life. Now, if they pick something up, they pick something up. Because, you come up in there already talking about that. You say somebody, I want to see if this spell worked done on me. Nah, you got to have a person. Oh, yeah, I see this. Yeah, this spell was done on this day. You know what I'm saying? Then they're going to start cold reading you. They're going to try to, getting some questions out of you. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, then they're going to set you up. Oh, yeah, this person did his work that day. You see, that person did that work that day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, yeah. And, you know what I'm saying? Now, then you come up, here you go. You know what I'm saying? Here you go. Now you're talking about, you say, oh, I know this co-worker of mine, you know what I'm saying, at work. You know what I'm saying? This person been saying all the time, yeah, that was that person there. Yeah. Uh-huh. One second. I got so many statements here. Mm-hmm. Of course, that's how it be. They said the book on the lawyer mens rea. Of course, man. You know what I'm saying? When I used to study a little law here and there, you know what I'm saying? Just studying some little play stuff, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyway, going back to where we're at, you know what I'm saying? So listen. Don't go up in there and say with your pockets like rabbit ears, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? Let me take that back, you know what I'm saying? You going up in there with your pockets all swole, and as soon as you come out that motherfucker, your pocket's gonna be like rabbit ears, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You went up in there with a pocket full, you know what I'm saying? Then you left out of there with your pockets looking like rabbit ears, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Cause you know what I'm saying? You went up in there talking about, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, who's that person? You know, wasn't this person here? You said, I've been beefing with this person for long. And then they tell you, yes, it was that person. Then you go like, oh shit, oh my God. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, and here go that spiritualist. Yeah, yup. And that motherfucker turned around laughing. Look at this sucker. See, I'm telling you all this stuff that they're not going to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you all the stuff that happens behind the scenes. See, that's the thing. That's why a lot of these spiritualists hate me. They hate me because I be telling y'all the truth. But that's how it be. You know what I'm saying? You at a spiritualist shop, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was, yeah, I've been beefing with this person for God knows how long. You know what I'm saying? That person, that person, yep. Then you be like, how about this person? Yup, that person too. You be, yo, how about this person? Yup, yeah. And that person casts a spell on you on this day here. And you believe in all that shit. And then when you walk out the door, they close the door. Sucker. Sucker, yo. They just laughing. They laughing and they go, they separating the money. You know what I'm saying? They separating the money. You know what I'm saying? They giving their friends, they separating the money whatsoever after they finish doing the reading scam your ass. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even like the word scam anymore. I don't even like that word. You know what I'm saying? I hate that word scam. Because people throw that shit around loosely every day. How many what? Oh, it's 51. I was about to say, I've been on it that long. But I was saying, the word scamming, I don't even like the word scamming anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody throws scamming around loosely. You know, a person beef with other spirituals, they call that person a scammer. Right? You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody's a scammer in this community. Go just type in scammers on YouTube, right? You're going to find spirituals on top of spirituals calling different spirituals scammers. See, this is what I'm saying. Just because you're not making any money out here, nobody's seeking you out. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a sore loser. And I want to say this to spiritualists out here. You know, listen, I've seen this over and over. How many spiritualists online have you seen videos of other spiritualists calling them a scammer? You find a lot of those videos. That's why I don't even like using the word scammer, because it's a word that's thrown around loosely, you know, all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, clearly, like, you know, there's some people out here that are not into spirituality at all. They're not at all, period. They may even be atheists. They don't even believe in the shit that they're even speaking. They just say it because they're making money off it. Now that to me is a scammer. Now saying a person who basically is in the community, they've been doing spiritual work, they may have, you know, let's just say things didn't transpire. I don't know. I'm not here to judge another person's situation. Who knows what happened between them and that customer or their client or their situation. But to basically put them down into the category of being a scammer because they, you know, had a falling out of certain things to work out with a client, I can't really do that. You know what I'm saying? Now, to me, a scammer is a person that does have no spiritual knowledge whatsoever. They're not into nothing. They just wake up one day, put on a costume, get online and speak a whole bunch of shit just because, you know, it sounds good to people and they make a lot of money off it. That to me is a scammer. But if you come from the culture, you know what I'm saying? Like you came from Palestine, you come from that, that's not a scammer to me. You know what I'm saying? Just because you differ in opinions or people seeking that person out more than you can't call that person a scammer. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my take on that. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what we got going on. Of course, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, I don't even get into none of that goofy ass stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because think about it. You know, I don't get into I don't get into none of that goofy ass stuff. You know what I'm saying? I see people, you know, somebody said there's a lot of that on TikTok. Well, you know, the thing is, when have you ever seen me on TikTok making a video like that? Like, I would say, I personally feel like this. That's irrelevant. Why should I put my energy and focus on somebody else when I can be putting that same energy and focus on me? I don't get any money from talking about another person. You know what I'm saying? If anything, you're giving that other individual, that rival of yours, more credit. You know what I'm saying? You're giving them exposure. Why even talk about somebody, you know, that doesn't even like you? You're giving them exposure. You're taking food off your plate. If you spend your time focused on what you need to do, you know what I'm saying? Listen, you don't have time to be focused on somebody else. Come on, seriously. When people are making malicious videos about other spiritualists, that means they don't got no motion. They don't got nothing going on. A spiritualist that's out here that got motion, that's really doing something, they don't got time to be sitting there making videos about other spiritualists. You say diss videos and stuff like that because they got too much things to be focused on rather than giving, you know, a rival publicity. No, I'm not in Irvington. You know what I'm saying? Nah. I used to live in Irvington. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not in Irvington. No. Okay. No, my comment, when I say consultation, right? Consultation. There's consultation and there's leçon. There's a big difference between the two, right? Consultation is where I use reason. I listen to what you say and I give you my opinion, my thoughts about it. Now, leçon, that's when I go into a reading. That's when I consult with the spirits. But consultation is I'm giving you my opinion. 99% of my work, listen, 90% of my work is done off of common sense. When you see all these reviews and people talk about spiritual work, 90% of the time before I even did the spell work or carried it out, I had to talk with the customer and ask all the reasonable questions. Because some shit is just pure common sense. You don't need to be pulling out a deck of cards and this and that. Some shit is just common sense. If the guy left you for somebody, you know what the fuck he left you for. He got a bad bitch, you know what I'm saying, her shit is together, and he left you for that reason. Do you need a tarot card reading for that? What you already know? So for me, it's like, I prefer common sense. That's how I get down. You know, I don't need to pull out a deck of cards. I don't need to, you know, summon a spirit, you know, to find out what's already in front of me. All right, the question is, what do you want to do about it? We find out all the stuff that, you know, we know about all the stuff going on, but what do you want to do about it? What do you want to do about it? And that's it. No, you know, oh, the spirit said this, no spirit said that. I'm asking you from man to woman or man to man. What do you want to do about it? See, that's my thing. I'm not here to sugarcoat things. I'm not here to polish things up, talk about some ghost said this or that, some spirit said that. No, I'm going to talk to you as a human being and give it to you as a reality, a common sense, you know, approach to my shit. That's how I get down. What's the effect of broken glass in work? I mean, listen, you know what that is. Why are you asking for that? You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to ask me that question. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You asking a loaded question. You know what that is. I don't need to say that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, you go figure it out. That part, when it comes down to work, certain things I'm not going to reveal. I know it's a Q&A, but certain things I'm not going to say. Especially when it seems like, you know, you're asking questions you already know the answer to. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, yeah.
So now here we go. Sometimes women or guy can break up spell. Sometimes women or guy can have breakup spell. That means they are not really yours from the beginning. I mean, listen, I don't know about all that. I mean, listen, the breakup spell, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to supply and it's supply and demand. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. I supply and demand. How do you know when you're protected when you use common sense? Because you ask me the question over and over. How do you know if you're protected? You know what I'm saying? The first stage of protection is abstinence. You know what I'm saying? There you go. That the same way when you talk about sex, you know what I'm saying? Basically the first means of protection from STDs is abstinence, right? Avoid the bullshit. That's how you know you're protected. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Avoid the bullshit. Don't put yourself in stupid situations. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people talk about, how do I know if I'm protected? Yeah, your protection is basically not having bullshit in your life. That's it. And don't add bullshit into your life. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. My chain hang low. You know what I'm saying? How long it takes? Yo, listen. As long as it takes. How long does it take to get results from obsession work? As long as it takes, right? But I'm not gonna be a party pooper. I'll just put like this. When it comes to obsession work, listen. You guys are looking for an obsession. You want this person to magically pop out of nowhere and be obsessed with you after you've done all this fuck ass shit. Let's be real. A lot of you done a lot of fuck ass shit, and y'all wondering, y'all thinking that you're gonna do a spell, and all of a sudden this person's gonna forget about all the bullshit you did, and then come back and be like, I love you, and this and that. No, it doesn't work like that. If that's what you're looking for, you need to leave this shit alone, because you're definitely a person that basically is far from the world of common sense. See, when you do love work on a person, it can lead into an obsession. But if you got a bunch of bullshit going on, you got to understand that that person needs to get over that bullshit that you put that person through. You have to change your perception. That person views you in a particular way because of all the dumbass shit you did. So now you got to fix that. You got to correct that. And how do you correct that? By being a better person. Avoiding all the bullshit. Stop doing the dumb shit you were doing. All that aggressive stuff, all that, snooping around, all that accusations. You got to stop doing all of that stuff. Man, listen, I'm not here, like I said, you say let people, I'm not here to, listen, I'm not here to be judgmental. I'm here to, supply and demand. That's what I look at it like. I'm not judging the person based upon what they doing whatsoever. I'm just here to supply and demand, that's all. If y'all on no contact, that depends on the situation. If y'all on no contact, I don't know what that implies. Is there a restraining order put against you? You know what I'm saying? Are y'all on no contact because y'all just not fucking with each other at the moment? What is it? Okay, because he won't take accountability. Okay, no contact because he won't take accountability. So that means he probably cheated and basically he's not trying to fess up to it. So you're basically on some, I don't want to talk to you. That's what it seems like from what I'm actually reading. Oh, he cut access off. So he cut access off. Now here goes a consultation, right? This is how a consultation will go. So me just saying what I just said, she said he cut contact off with her. So he got caught cheating.
So I'm assuming you went through his phone and you exposed the fact that, you know, he was cheating on you. So therefore but you know, I'm wondering if he tried to play victim too. Because is this situation where the guy gets caught cheating because a woman find out, you know, she went through his phone, that person feels like, oh, you know, you violated me, you went through my phone and stuff like that. Now they try to make you seem like you're the guilty one. So I don't know if that's what your situation is. You know, I mean, there you go. You know, you try to make you the victim now. I mean, you trying to play victim. Exactly. See, this is what I'm saying. When y'all talk about consultation, this is how game. This is what I'm saying. When you have game, right? When you have knowledge and experience, I didn't even have to go through that situation. I didn't even have to do a reading, and I already mapped out the whole situation. See, a player, you know what I'm saying? A player, if you listen, I'm saying when you have game, you've been a player. You know what I'm saying? You've been there. You've done all the fuck shit. You don't even have to do no spiritual reading. You don't have to, none of that. You can just sit back and just listen to it say, yeah, he did that. Yeah. You don't even have to do that. That's where wisdom and experience comes into play. And that's how most of my consultations are done. Because I can just listen to the case and I can be like, that's bullshit right there. That's not that. And from there on, I just hear the case, I can diagnose it just like that. While a person over here charging all this, you know, they're doing all this dumbass shit, you know, shaking all this, doing all this dumbass shit, I just heard the case out in less than 10 minutes, I already figured out what the bullshit is all about. And from there on, I just address it how I'm going to go about it. So now I figure out this person's on bullshit, they're doing this, so now I come up with a strategy. How are we going to basically make this person come around? You know what I'm saying? Just like that. That's how my consultations did. I just did a live consultation for you, just like that. No tarot cards, no summoning spirits, just like that, straight to the fucking point. Why you need somebody that's telling you, oh, the ghost or the loi said this, the loi said, you know, you got to serve them, you got to, you know, feed the ancestors in order. Why? What's the point? You're wasting time. You go for a reading to find out about your situation, and a person telling you about some goddamn loi or some goddamn sunset ancestors. You come here for a reading about a love situation, a motherfucker bring up, you know, Ezerly, don't thought, and all this dumbass shit. Fuck is wrong with you? I'm just saying, I be hating these woo guns, man. I can't stand woo guns, man. You just answer the fucking question the person is asking. That's it. You want to talk about the loi said you got to come to Haiti? Bitch, what's wrong with you? Seriously. This is what I'm saying. These voodoo priests, these goddamn voodoo priests, you guys piss me the fuck off sometimes. A person just asks you one fucking question, and here you go talking about some goddamn, you need to make an offering in Haiti. The fuck? The person just want to know, is this man cheating or not? The fuck, man? Anyway, yeah, you know, yeah, just getting back to where we at, man. Yeah. Seriously. For real, Haiti is in a very bad predicament, and you're telling people to come to Haiti for a consult and all this dumbass shit. Seriously. Like some of you Vodouisans, some of you voodoo priests, I don't know, what's wrong with you? Seriously, what's wrong with you? Haiti is in a worse position than it's ever been, and you're telling foreigners to come to Haiti to get initiated. Are you stuck on stupid? Seriously, are you missing brain cells? Clearly. Mon cher, oh, that's funny because, one second, hold on. One second. Where the fuck? Hold on. That's funny. Somebody mentioned the key of Solomon, right? Jugement Salomon. Y'all never heard that track, Jugement Salomon? Yeah, that's an old Racine song, man. Yeah. What's your favorite key? What is from Solomon? That's funny. As y'all can see this. Okay, can y'all even see this? Yeah. clavicula salomonis. Yes. Anyway, getting back to this right here. Greater Key of Solomon, man. I would say if someone asked me what's the seal that I love the best, oh my God, this one saves my life. Let's go to Salomon. Which one was it? I'm gotta find this one. I'm gonna tell you this seal. This one saved my life. Where we at? We gotta find where. Oh, we got this seal right here. When I was young, dumb, and stupid, let me put it for the TikTok people right here. This seal right here, saved my goddamn life when I was young. Okay, all right. Can you even see that? Let's see. Let's put this in front of the camera right here. All right, let me move this right here. This seal right here, the scorpion. The scorpion right here. This seal saved my life. When we were talking about the keys, the greater keys of Solomon, this seal right here saved my life. When I was young, dumb, and stupid, that seal saved my life, right? So that's a seal that I can say that I used back in the day when I was younger. But, you know, the keys of Solomon, if you know what you're doing, you know, it can definitely benefit you. A lot of Jamaicans use the seals of Solomon. I got given this book by a woman in London. Oh, that shit's real. It's real. If you know how to use it. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you're looking at it as, you know, you're just looking at it, reading it, it's a good read, but it's a tool. You got to know how to use it. But anyway, listen, I've been here for an hour, so I'm gonna check out. I'm gonna holler at you guys later. Deuces.